Hello. Today we will be making a lemon icebox pie. This is a perfect pie for a holiday backyard event, like 4th of July, which is unfortunately already passed. But we're going to be making it today anyways, for whatever upcoming event you may have. Alright, what you will need is 1 box of Nilla wafers, which I have already messed up on because I got the family size, so we're going to have to try to measure it out. But you need one of the regular size boxes. We need 1.5 sticks of melted butter, 5 lemons, 2 blocks of cream cheese, 2 cans of sweetened condensed milk, and 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. We are going to start with our crust. First, we're going to preheat the oven to 350, and then we are going to bake the crust for 8 to 10 minutes, then place it in the freezer to cool while we do the rest of our setups. Alright, so let's melt the butter. While the butter's melting, let's try to make a crust out of these Nilla wafers, our oversized box. Let's take them out. I probably should be putting this in a bag with a rolling pin. So how's that look? Is that about the right amount? Is that a thick enough crust for you? I think that's a thick enough crust for me. Probably close enough. Just gonna pour this on like so, trying to keep it even. That's not pretty at all. You definitely want to beat this a little bit more with a rolling pin and put it in a bag, but we're going to call it good for now. We're going to toss this in the oven at 350 for 8 to 10 minutes. Now we add our 2 blocks of cream cheese that are hopefully at room temperature. That is not quite room temperature. Looks like it could use a little bit more time. That looks a lot better for our crust. Although it's still fairly gooey, we definitely needed to crumble it more. I'm actually going to give it another minute. 2 cups of heavy cream. Let's take that out now. All right, now I'm gonna stick this in the refrigerator because my pie crust has not cooled off yet. That needs to go in the freezer, but it's a little too hot for my freezer even right now. So we're gonna have to freeze that for a few minutes, then get it cool enough, and then we're gonna have to pour this in. So we'll be back. All right, our pie crust is cool enough to touch. And as you can see, it's not that thick. But as you can see here, I have way more filling. And my recipe, it doesn't say much of anything. It doesn't say at all what I should be putting it in. Now, I've eaten this pie before, but I've never made it before. So I wasn't quite sure. Being called a pie, I assumed that it would fit in a pie pan. And this is a 9.5-inch deep pie pan. So this is one of the biggest pie pans you can buy. But as you're about to find out, this isn't fitting. We might be able to get it in there. It might fit. It's not fitting. We are all the way up to the top. And that's quite a bit extra. So I think what I'm gonna do is get one of my 8-inch pie pans and make another crust. I'll see you in a bit. All right, we're gonna try this again. This time we have a bag, but not my mom. Not that old hag. And we have an 8-inch pie pan. This is a regular 8-inch. I'm thinking about half of these would probably fit in here nicely. We don't want to overfill it. Maybe a few more. There we go. Might have overfilled it again. Oh well. And in the oven it goes for about 8 minutes. All right, let's get the rest of the filling into this 8-inch pan and get this into the freezer. So what we learned today is that this recipe makes enough for 2 9-inch pie pans. Remember, the other pie pan I was using was a 9.5 inch deep. That is, if you want to make it for pies. You could also put it in a 9 by 13 inch pan and do it that way, which is probably what I'll do next time. Well, let's wait a little while and try it out. Alright, our pie is out of the freezer. It has frozen overnight and it is very, very hard. You would not believe the time I had trying to get it out of here. So I would definitely recommend using a square pan and not a round pan, because this was very difficult to cut. That being said, I did eventually get it out. So let's give it a try. Although it's not like I haven't had this before. Yep, I just got that lemony goodness, that lemon punch that I like to have. It tastes almost like a lemon ice cream on a Nilla wafer cookie crust. It's pretty good. My mom makes this all the time and it's a great summer treat. So I would definitely recommend trying it out. The process of making this was fairly easy and you can't really mess it up. Although I almost did, so take that what you will. I hope you all found this useful and thanks for watching.